Okay, so this is a different kind of video, and it's not a homework task. It's actually something I'm uploading to try and help quite a few people out in the class that didn't realise how to solve one of the problems that we had on the recent test. Now it says here that the title of this video is Solving Quadratics, and it's just a couple of minutes if you just think about this technique the next time you're in a test or in your real exam, and hopefully you won't run into difficulties. Now I can show you the sort of question I'm talking about. Everyone in the class seems quite confident to solve quadratics that look like this. X squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. You'll have seen that quadratic several times, and you see students saying, I know I need to put it in brackets like this. Two numbers that multiply to make 6, add to make 5 are 3 and 2. And to be honest, everyone in the class can do this. This is not the bit that's the problem. So you get minus 3 from that bracket, or you get minus 2 from there. And actually, that's already something that is sorted for this group. Now it's this next type of question that's actually supposed to be a little bit of a step easier. For some reason it's causing problems. And so in the test last week we had this. X squared plus 4x equals 0. Now because there is no constant here, so there's not a number here, some of you are struggling to understand how to solve this, and it can be done by factorisation. One thing to say is, I watched people doing the test the other day and you were using the quadratic formula, some of you were trying to complete the square. There was a whole load of problems that you don't need to face, because actually you can factorise this in such a simple way. X plus 4, and that equals 0. Now, there were a lot of you in the class that didn't realise that was possible. The great thing about this is one of your answers comes from here, x equals 0, and your other answer comes from this bracket here, x equals minus 4, and then you're done. No more to do on that question. So if you do ever see a quadratic that's just got two parts to it like this, I think some of you mistakenly thought it was difference of two squares, which we'll talk about in a minute. That's not what this is about. It's a simple x divides into both parts here, so x goes outside, leaving this bracket. Now, to give a full and complete explanation here, difference of two squares does have two things in it. This is over here, x squared minus 9 equals 0, and you'll see that. And you might remember what I said, that this has got two things in it, so we're going to use difference of two squares. And I think some of you thought, well, this has got two things in it, so that needs it as well. Now, difference of two squares is identifiable in the following way. This x squared is a square, as in x times x. This here is a square, as in 3 times 3. So that is factorised into two brackets like this. X times x makes x squared. 3 times 3 makes 9. And of course you need a plus there and a minus there for it to work. And if you were to expand your brackets, you'd see that that did work. That gives an answer of minus 3 on this side and 3 on that side. So the three different situations, just before I finish this video then, you've got the standard two bracket factorisation that we all know and we can do. You've got the one bracket factorisation here, which is slightly different. Possibly meant to be a bit easier, but is confusing. And then finally, you've got this difference of two squares factorisation, two terms in the question, and you end up with two brackets there. So that's it. It's just something to think about, and as I've said, it's this one on this side that has caused problems in this week's test, so just look out for that. And I will upload videos every now and again when I see issues like this for the group, and it might just help you focus on some of those problem areas. That's it.